Today is going to be a little different. We're covering what I'd like to say I'm pretty passionate about. Camera gear. That's exciting. Now, I know a lot of you are more geared towards what I do as far as earbuds, headphones, Bluetooth speakers. However, if you do read the titling of my page, I do camera gear. So yes, sometimes you guys just have to share. Let's not be selfish. Now, of course, this isn't directed only for videography. There's photography as well. And just because you call yourself an audiophile doesn't necessarily mean you don't have an uncle, Bob, or an Aunt Fran that might be interested. So be sure to stick around. You might be doing them a favor. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brannon No. That's right, there's absolutely no D in this name, hence Brannon, not Brandon. So my question is to you, do you like this monstrosity creation that I put out for you? If so, don't be shy, it doesn't hurt. Hit my subscribe button, hit the bell, hit all to be notified in all this crazy content that I muster up, and I will make you guys a promise. That's right, I promise on my channel to deliver you outstanding quality, as you can see behind me and in front of you, and above all, honest reviews, because you deserve it, and that's how I roll on this channel. So what are we actually covering on today's channel as far as tripods go? Let me assure you, this is definitely not your normal tripod. No, sir. This is a 94-inch, 4-section, aluminum, professional, detachable monopod, tripod, 360-degree ball head by a company called fconcepttripod, model number SA254T1. That sounds like a certain ship off the Death Star. Let's go ahead and cover what comes with the tripod, which is pretty cut and dry. Obviously, it's a tripod, but it's going to be much easier to go outside. And yes, that's right, I'm in Michigan, and it is freezing out today. In fact, it is 17 degrees. Yeah. So remember this when you say, does Brannon go the extra mile for us? I do. All right, obviously coming in the bag, you're gonna get yourself a little instruction manual with a little Allen wrench included. Do you really need it? Not after you watch my video. No, of course not. I'm gonna show you how everything works. Real simple. All right, they're also kicking in the traveling case that comes with it. And let me tell you, attention to detail, definitely deserved. Just the material alone is high quality. Got a nice Velcro strap that holds both the handle together. It's got beautiful zippers on it. Check this out, guys. Nice, really nice design zippers. And opening it all up. Nice and neat inside. Comes with a carrying strap. Again, nice class. Are they metal? No, they're actually plastic, but boy, they sure look metal. It's got great pressure. Should be just fine with a little bit of a cushion on the shoulder pad. Very nice. Then you're going to get the K&F concept embroidered on the front, and on the bottom is where you have your nylon clasps to hook up the shoulder pads. So great job, K&F concept, for sure. Loving it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and go over the tripod itself. I'm gonna go right to the legs right here. They have a rubber coating on them that you can just turn here and then you pull out, and obviously the second one and so forth, okay? Very nice, very easy, very quick. Now, flipping this over, you're gonna see these spring-loaded clamps, and I love that, and I'll show you why in a second, but also attention to detail, K&F concept on each clasp. Look at that. I mean, they put their details all over this thing. And another thing we have to mention before we're done here, the color. It is orange. Now, I have a lot of Manfrotto tripods and accessories, and they have never matched the Sony camera. So kudos to K&F concept for noticing the orange alpha. So as you're bringing it down, you'll notice in each rivet, it'll follow the angle. Very cool. And then you go to pull it back and it just locks into place. So definitely a nice feature for sure. Then you have the center neck ring, and that's going to allow you to pull this up or down. And like I said, guys, this goes 94 inches, and we're going to show you that when we get outside. And speaking of which, being up 94 inches with your camera, you want to be safe. So they've thought of everything. Right here is the hook for a sandbag. Check it out. Voila, you're weighted down, not going anywhere. Love that. All right, let me show you how awesome this can work for top downs. Check this out. First, you loosen this wing style lock. This allows you to pull it all the way up and then bend it, come through, lock it down, and now you have the perfect top down camera setup. Now again, mentioning the hook that holds the sandbag, that's where it's going to come in extremely handy when you have your camera dangling out in no man's land. This twist lock here, you turn, and now you're able to move the camera all the way around 360 degrees. How cool is that? When you don't want to use it as an overhead, you just loosen this up, pull it tight, come up, come down, and you're back to being straight again. All right, let's take a closer look at the Concept K528 360 degree ball head. Now this is an exceptional ball head. You guys will be extremely happy with the functionality. You have your lock that turns all the way around. You also have, again, a finger twist that's going to allow you to move your ball head at any direction. And then on top, you have your lockdown plate and even a liquid level and how to keep it straight. So they have really thought out every feature that a photographer or videographer would need is going to be on this tripod. Now, I'm sure a few of you may want to know, can I swap out this ball head? Now, even though this ball head is exceptionally well made and fits with the tripod, you can unscrew it by locking this down, turning this. There you have it. You have your male 3/8, which you can put your Manfrotto, which I have here. I love these, my gosh. I have them all over the studio. Let me show you why. Nice and tight. And now you have your Manfrotto on. The reason I love these so much is the quick release plate. You just drop your camera in on the plate, it latches in just like that, locks down. I'll be sure to drop you guys affiliate links to all the equipment used in today's video. Now, another nice feature to note is you can use any plate. I'm still able to use my Manfrotto plate. You just slip it in here, and now you can lock it down, and you're good to go. So it doesn't really matter what plates you have as long as you have these grooves in this vise style. One last feature to mention is something you don't find on a lot of tripods, and that is detachable monopod. Wow, check it out. Just unscrew it here. And again, you're going to have your 3/8 male adapter, but now you have yourself a sweet monopod. You know, I mean, they've thought of everything, and they even say if you don't want to use it as a monopod, you can use it as a walking stick. Or how about Lamar on Revenge of the Nerds? Guess I'm dating myself. All right, real quickly, we're going to nerd out with Brannon. We're going to go over the detailed specs on these, which aren't very many, and then we'll get our butts outside. I know I've been avoiding that ever since we started this video. Just the thought. But anyhow, we'll get our butts outside and I will show you all the functionality and features of this amazing tripod. Stay tuned. All right, we already mentioned the 94-inch 4-section aluminum professional detachable monopod tripod with 360-degree ball head. Right, we've already talked about that. That is what this amazing tripod is capable of doing. This beast is built out of 25mm large diameter aluminum alloy tubing. Pretty sweet. Load capacity. We all need to know the load capacity. We won't overdo it and knock the darn thing over and hurt any expensive equipment you may have. Load capacity is 22.4 pounds or 10 kilograms. Lastly, supporting the KF28 model 360 panorama metal ball head. So K&F Concept has really put a lot of thought into the materials that went into building this tripod. I'm really digging the aluminum part of it, which makes the tripod a lot lighter. Now, sure, there's a lot lighter tripods out there made of carbon composite, but when you get into that kind of field, you're getting into that kind of field. Know what I mean? Let's head outside.
Here we are outside, just like I promised. Don't mind the hat, it's extremely warm. All right, so I've got my Sony a7C set up on the tripod, and we're using the A7S3 to do the talking head. This would be your traditional way of setting it up. Now, of course, you can unlock this. We can raise it all the way up. Now we're getting way up there. So let me go ahead and adjust this and show you guys what 94 inches look like. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? I did install the sandbag. Anytime you get elevated that high with that expensive of equipment, you want the peace of mind of the sandbag. Wow, that's way up there. Holy cow. And you know what? I just happen to have my handy dandy tape measure. Yep, 94 inches. Let's see what it looks like all the way up there, shall we? Well, how do I look? Holy crap, I guess I look kind of small. Then again, I am small. Crazy. Now that is absolutely nuts. All right, now I'm going to show you guys a few different positions of the tripod itself. This is a wider stance angle, and this would be even a lower angle. It's amazing how many different positions are available at your ready. And you can even use the camera upside down. And here is a position that you would use for a top down, or maybe you want to show some kind of footage that is below the camera, and that is where this is going to work perfectly. And definitely don't forget the monopod position. You can use it as a stand, just as a quick stand when you're walking around, make nice pan shots, or even walking like a gimbal shot.
You know, as a videographer, I thought I would never, ever say these words, but thank God for the sun. It definitely warmed things up a bit. This is the part where I would normally go over pros and cons, but you know, I've talked so many positive things about this tripod that I just feel it's unnecessary to go with pros versus cons. If I was to say any cons, however, I would say that the latches can be a little tight, you know, moving, but again, that could be something that needs to be broken in time. So not too sure, but I really have nothing bad to say about K&F Concepts. So would Brannon recommend you guys this tripod? I think by now, if you guys have stuck with me this long in the review, you know the answer to that. Although I am not sponsored or endorsed through K&F Concepts, I definitely am a huge fan as what I've seen so far on their product. They also dabble in ND filters, and that again is something I would love to review of theirs now that I've reviewed the tripod, because I'm guessing that it is going to be just as good of quality. So what exactly does the tripod retail for? Right now, if you go on Amazon's page, it retails for $179.99, but right away they have a negative 17% right next to that number, bringing this unit down to $149.99. Now, for some of you, this might be a little bit of a sticker shock, but for most, I don't think so, because if you are aware, like I am, of how much good quality camera gear goes for, you will know that this is an outstanding, reasonable price, especially to a company like Manfrotto. I have 2 of their tripods. In fact, I have the Be Free, which is more of a travel tripod, and I believe that is even more than this, which has way more options like the monopod and the over-the-head rig style. Amazing. So yes, I think $150 is exceptional for what you're getting in this little package. Guys, I'll be sure to drop you an affiliate link down in the description below. And like I've said, I will leave you all the items that we talked about today in this video down there in my affiliate links. Yes, I do get a kickback, so I'd appreciate it if you do use my codes. That would be wonderful. Well, that about sums up today's review. If you guys have any questions regarding today's video, or any questions regarding camera gear or anything at all, drop me a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Before I get you guys out of here, you know the drill. Brannon always opens a fortune cookie on any reviews he does. Why, you may ask? I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea. I started it in the beginning of the channel, and here we are, continuing on. So, what is Sunday's fortune for Brannon? And by the way, these are brand new fortune cookies, so they taste delicious. All right. Be both a speaker of words and doer of deeds. Very cool. Wow. These are some pretty cool fortunes. Like, real spiritual. Would you do me a favor? Could you guys share and like this video, as it helps the channel grow tremendously? And obviously, you've stuck with me this long. You definitely need help, but I am no judge. Thanks for watching. I'll be catching you guys in my next video.